So now we got some hazards on because I'm in the area. So they're very scared of the big dogs in the area. We got New York plates. I just saw South Dakota plates. I know this is a college town, but that's a nice car. College kids not driving that. Okay. I've seen multiple reports from children going missing from New York City. Okay. Like 20,000 at a time. Okay. Look into that. And then ask yourself as a citizen, where do train cars normally go? Train docks. Like, they don't usually come off and sit in frat parking lots with an owl. Look out. Okay, see the owl right there? Okay. With a couch next to it. Like, how long has this been sitting here? Is it within the city code on a storage facility? Is it up to permit? What's inside there? I mean, why have bales of hay out around it? Who's baling hay? Was there animals in there? Like, maybe. Why else would you have hay? So what's inside these things? Train cars. These are what should be parked in a car parking lot. I don't see any train tracks here. Do you, America? I don't see any train tracks. Okay. Now this is just something I noticed. I hope I am wrong about it, but this is something I would look into. I would investigate. Because why else would train cars end up in a parking lot next to a UAW sign? Call this number. Okay, like why? Next to a Catholic church. Okay. Okay, next to a building right where Brian Fraser was died. Okay, or murdered, pre-planned murder, premeditated murder, domestic terrorism. Okay. Remember, the FBI has been arresting priests and members of the Catholic clergy and many different denominations of the Christian church, okay, for many different things. But the most pressing is matter of national security, where if one of our soldiers did, or any American, gave away what these people gave away to other countries and churches, they would go to prison, Guantanamo Bay, okay? That's what happens to them. Okay, just like all the terrorists that got charged for 9/11 domestic terror, like terrorist acts, they went where? It's the exact same thing. It's way worse than what they did because they live here. Because they actually live on this soil where our soldiers fight and go die. And some people die here because of it. So that's how big of an issue it is to me as an American citizen who really loves this country and loves all these people that are involved with this. I want them to understand that. I love all of you. But is it worth it? Making society like worse and worse and worse just to keep just so you don't have to change and get in trouble? Like, turn yourselves in. My best advice I can give you. Okay? So go on the FBI.gov's website and then read about how every 40 seconds a child goes missing in America. Are you okay with that? And they're generous to those numbers. They just want to make sure they're right. Like, that's what they can prove. Okay? There's a thing I learned in my criminal justice class. It's called the dark figures of crime. I wonder why they call it dark figures, because nobody knows about them. That's why there's all these unreported. This is part of it. So there's far more children that get literally go missing and then are murdered when their jobs are done, when these kids are done being used and abused. They don't want these kids to grow up and tell on them. Okay? They don't want them to become, be leakers. They don't want any leaks to get out. So what do they do with them? They turn them into plants. And if you don't believe me, go read all the literature at these gardens all over the university. Why is it all about children and being happy? And then look into the happy school. Look up the happy school. Okay? For all you kids that didn't ever know about who was running you, well, look up these people. Okay? So we're going to keep updating security measures around Michigan State University. My favorite Big Ten campus in the whole state. The whole wide world, actually, because it's my only Big Ten campus I've ever been to. So it's very special to me. So I want to make it better. That's how special it is to me. I want to make it better. Love you. MMCQ, thanks for showing your daddy what to do.